Yeah. So, students, this problem will solve. How will we solve this problem? I have told you already in the previous class that we know the EMF induced E is equal to d phi upon dt. Okay, if we are talking about the magnitude of EMF induced, it will be d phi upon dt, right? Tell me, students, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the magnitude of induced EMF will be d phi upon dt. What is phi? Phi is the flux. So in this problem, this is a square of side A, okay, and this is separated by some distance x, right? Or let us change this with B. Okay, let us say that this length is B, okay, and this length is A. So we have to calculate the value of induced EMF through this loop. So what we should be doing? What should we do? We can see here that the magnetic field is changing. Okay, through magnetic field is changing through every loop. So what will we do? We can do now. We have to do this problem. We can do it only by integration. Okay, so what will you do? I have made a like current carrying conductor here, current carrying wire, and now I am making a square here. Okay, and what I am saying to you that at some distance x from here. Okay, at some distance x, what are we doing? We are taking an element of width dx. Okay, the width of this element is dx. Okay, let us say this is dx, and we are taking an element of width dx at some distance x from the wire. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to calculate the small flux passing through this small area. Okay, so what will we do? d phi d phi will be equal to what? Tell me what will be the value of d phi here, students? D phi will be equal to B into dA, right? B is the magnetic field at some distance x from this wire. Okay, and we already know the value of magnetic field. It is mu naught I over 2 pi r, right? So here magnetic field B will be equal to mu naught I over 2 pi x. This will be the magnetic field mu naught I over 2 pi x. Okay. So what can we do here? The value of d phi, small flux d phi, it will be equal to mu naught I over 2 pi x into what will be the small area, students? This length is A and this is dx. So what will be the value of this small area? It will be A dx, right? This is the value of d phi. So if we have to calculate the complete value of phi, what will we do? We'll integrate this d phi, okay, with proper limits. So what will we do here? We'll be calculating mu naught I a over 2 pi into dx upon x. Okay, we have to integrate this, and what should be the limit of x? We have to calculate the value of this. We have to calculate the flux through this area. So the x will vary from where? The x will vary from what is this distance, students? See here. The x will vary from b to b plus a. Right. The variation of x will be b to b plus a. So here we can say that the value of flux will be, students. The value of flux phi will be mu naught I a over 2 pi into dx upon x. Integration of dx upon x, we know that it will be ln x, and the limit will be from b to b plus a. So now we can calculate the value of phi here. The value of flux will be mu naught I a over 2 pi into ln b plus a divided by b, right? This will be the value of flux. Now if we have to calculate the EMF induced, it will be equal to d phi upon dt. Now the we have to put the value of I. It will be equal to d upon dt of mu naught a over 2 pi into what will be the value of a, student? What will the value of I? I have already told you it is 5t square, right? So it will be 5t square into ln b plus a over b. Okay. Now differentiating this, what will we get? What will the value of EMF induced, students? On the next page, okay, you will see the value of phi was, sorry, so sorry. Okay. The value of phi will be how much? Tell me, what will be the value of phi here? Phi is equal to, we have already calculated mu naught I means 5t square, right? I means 5t square. So mu naught A over 2 pi ln A plus B upon B, है ना, into 5t square, right? Into 5t square. So what will be the value of d5 by dt now, students? d5 by dt equal to differentiation of this. Am I correct? Yeah. So it is mu naught A over 2 pi 5t square. Yeah. Okay. Very correct. Now if we differentiate this, what will we get? We'll get mu naught A over 2 pi into ln A plus B over A into differentiation of 5t square will be 10t. So we'll cancel out this 2 with, so 5. So the value of EMF induced will be mu naught 5 mu naught A t over pi into ln A plus B divided by A. Okay, this will be the answer for this problem. Did you understand, students? Got my point? So every time when you will find that the magnetic field is varying, we have to do this for calculating the EMF induced. Okay, you have to calculate the value of EMF induced by using integration. Okay, first you have to integrate the flux, then you have to differentiate it with respect to time. Okay, got my point, all of you? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good, student. So, students, this is all notes for you. Okay, you can. We have already studied all these things. Now we'll move to motional EMF. Have you studied about motional EMF? Do you know what is motional EMF? Have you ever like? See here, I'll tell you. We are talking about motional EMF now. Okay. Now we are talking about what? Motional EMF. So what is motional EMF, students? First of all, like say that let us say that I'm having a rod here. Students, if you feel any problem, just you can ask me. Okay, you can ask me anytime. So I am saying that this is a rod. Okay, what is this? This is a rod, and I am saying that this rod is moving with some velocity v. Okay, but I am saying that this rod is moving with some velocity v. Okay, and the length of this rod, let us say it is L. Okay, L is the length of the rod. L is the length of this rod. Okay, and one more thing that I'll say that it is moving into a region of magnetic field B. Okay, in this region we are having magnetic field of magnitude B. Okay, in this whole region we are having a magnetic field of magnitude B. Okay, I am saying that I am having a magnetic field of magnitude B. So students, just tell me that we have already studied about the like studied about charge particles. Okay, and we know that this rod will also be having charge particles, right? This rod will be having the charge particles. Getting my point, students? All of you. This rod will be having the charge particles. Though this rod will be neutral, still we can say that there will be charge particles in this rod, right? There must be charge particles in this rod. So if this will start moving with v. So can I say that v will be the v? then the charge particles into this rod, they will also start moving with the with some velocity v, right? Can we say that, students? This will also start moving with velocity v.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what will be the force? Like let us say that I am taking an electron here. Okay, let us say that I am considering an electron here, and I have to calculate the force on on the electron. Okay. So can we say that the force will be force on negative charge? So force on positive charge. First, I'll calculate the force on positive charge. It will be Q V cross B. This is the value of force, students, right? Force on positive charge, it will be F is equal to Q into V cross B, and force on negative charge, it will be like let us replace this Q by E. Okay, your charge on proton is also E, same as that of electron. Just the like the magnitude is same, but one is having positive charge and one is having negative charge. So if I'll calculate the force on negatively charged particle, what will you see? It will be equal to minus of E into V cross B. Okay, so if inside there is magnetic field and this velocity v, it is towards right. So what will be the direction of v cross b for positive charge? It it will be upwards, right? Because you can calculate this is the direction of v and b is inside. So by curling your fingers, you can say v cross b. Thumb will give you the thumb will point upwards, which will tell you that the value of sorry, the force on positive charge will be upward. So can I say that all positive charge will be accumulated on this side and all negative charge will get accumulated on this side? So this what happens that this charge, some few charge goes here and few charge goes here, and this charge produce an EMF, okay, across this rod, which we call motional EMF. Because you see all positive charge is here, all negative charge is here. So this charge will do what, students? Tell me. What will this charge do? This will produce a EMF into this like a potential difference, you can say. This these charges will produce an EMF across this rod, right? What will be the value of that EMF? Now we have to calculate it. Okay, because the force on positive charge, all positive charge will go this side, negative charge will go this side. So what will be the electric field, students? What could be the electric field? From like let us say that we are having some n negative charge, n positive charge, and n negative charge. Okay, right. So can we say that like the force on this charge will be, what will be the force? Like let us say that I am considering a charge of a particle of charge E. So what will be the force on this charge, students? In this direction, okay, and in this direction also there will be force on the charges, right? Because if this charge will be positive, it will be repelled by positive, so and attracted by the negative, so force will be in this. And if this is a negative charge, the force will be in this direction. Okay, so like I am saying that we are having some electric field. Okay, we are we are having some electric field through this like across this rod we are having an a potential difference. So if the positive charge will go here and negative charge will go here, I'll say that potential difference is induced into this rod. What will be the value of that potential difference, students? Can you tell me what will be the value of potential difference? I'll write one thing here, that force on positive charge and force on negative charge we have already written. So what will be the value of force? Without any vector sign, what can we say? What will be the value of force, students? Can you tell me? What will be the value of force? F will be equal to QVB, right? Or I'll say EVB. This will be the force. Okay. And if we are talking about equilibrium, what will you say? That if we are having a charge E, okay, if we are having a charge E, electric field will be in this direction. Right, this will be the direction of electric field. Okay, and force will be E into V into B. Right, so now you can say that E into E is the electric force is equal to EVB. Right, E into E is equal to EVB. So E and E will get cancelled out. So the value of electric field will be V into V. Right. Now what we have to do, we have to talk about the potential difference. Right. So what can we write about the potential difference here, students? That we know that V is equal to E into L. Right. We know that potential difference is equal to electric field into distance. Right. We have studied about this in our electrostatics chapter. Right. So the value of potential difference, like let us say that I'm saying that this is rod PQ. Okay. Let me name this rod. This is point P and this is point Q. So this rod is PQ. So now we have to calculate the value of what, students? VPQ. The value of VPQ is equal to BV into L. Okay, this L will come from here, and the value of E will replace E by V into V. So we'll write VPQ is VBL. And how did we calculate the potential? In what direction will current flow? Like you see, if this is P and this is Q, so all positive charge got accumulated on this side and negative charge got accumulated on this side. So we can say that the EMF induced will be like this. This will be the positive terminal, right? And this will be the negative terminal. Where positive charge goes, this will be the positive terminal and this will be the negative terminal, right? So we can say that this will be the value, this will be the direction of EMF induced. So we can calculate the value of EMF induced by using this. F is equal to E into V cross V, okay, which will be very easy for us. Okay, so what we say that this is known as motional EMF, students. Like motion, if a rod is moving in a magnetic field with some velocity, then rod induces some EMF. Okay, and that EMF is known as motional EMF. Okay, and the value of motional EMF is VBL. Getting my point, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the value of motional EMF, students. Okay, this is the value of motional EMF. It is VBL. Okay, it is VBL. Now I'll give you one example, or maybe you can also call it as a question, as a problem. Like say I'm giving you a problem. Students, we have studied about force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, right? We have already studied that. Okay, this is 10 ohms. Okay, and these are rails, and this is a conductor which is moving here. I'll say that magnetic field is 2 Tesla. Okay, the magnetic field here is 2 Tesla. It is 2 Tesla. Okay, this is point A. This is point B. Okay, what you have to do, I'm saying that this rod and this length also have to be. Is given that this length is 2 meters. Okay, this is B. What I'm saying that this rod is moving towards right with a velocity of 2, no, not 2, it's 5 meters per second. Okay, this rod is moving with a velocity of 5 meters per second towards right. Okay, this rod is moving towards right with a velocity of 5 meters per second. The magnetic field here is 2 Tesla. The length of this will is 2 meters. Okay, this is 5 meters per second. And it is also said that resistance of rod is 5 ohms. Okay, what we have to do, calculate the value of current. Calculate the value of current in the circuit. Okay, students, calculate the value of current in the circuit. Okay, also find the direction. Okay, students, just solve this problem. Solve this problem. I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes. Solve this. See, what will be the EMF induced, students? Here we have already studied the formula. Okay, what is it? It is BVL. Okay, what is the value of magnetic field? 2. What is the value of V? Velocity is 5. Very good. Into length is 2. 2 into 5 into 2, it is equal to 20 volts. 20 volt will be the EMF induced, right? And it is asking you that what will be the value of current. Like you see, the EMF induced is 20 volt. Okay, and what will be the value of R equivalent, students? 10. This is 10 ohm. Okay, and the rod also has a resistance of 5 ohms. So R equivalent will be 15 ohms, right? So if we have to calculate the value of current I, it will be equal to E over R, which will be equal to 20 upon 15, right? Which will be equal to 4 by 3 amperes. So you got my point, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Okay, now we'll talk about EMF induced in the rotation, students. Okay, see here. Like you see, we are having a circle here. Okay, let us say it is circular conducting material. Okay, this is the center which is fixed. Okay, and now what I am saying that I am having a rod which is like this. Okay, and this rod is of of length L. Okay, and it is rotating at some angular velocity omega. What will be the what will the EMF induced? Can you tell me what will be the EMF induced? Like, let us say that here we are having a magnetic field like this. Okay, in the inside direction we are having magnetic field. Like this is the direction of magnetic field here. Okay, this is the direction of magnetic field B. Can you tell me what will be the value of EMF induced? How will we do it? Because we know in this case, every point will be having a different velocity because omega is same. The value of velocity of every point on this rod will be different, right? Because this the velocity of this point will be omega into L. The value of this point will be less than omega L. So what will we do? We'll integrate here. Okay, this is motional EMF in a rotating rod. Okay, this time we are calculating motional EMF in a rotating rod. So can we say here that student, let us say that this is the rod. Okay, this is the rod. And from this point at some distance x. Okay, from this point at some distance x, we are considering a small element dx. What are we doing, students? We are considering a small element dx. Okay, a very small element dx, and we can calculate the EMF induced into this element. Okay, DE. What will be the value of DE, students? Small EMF induced DE will be B is the magnetic field. X length will be dx of this element. Okay, and what will the velocity, student? If this is rotating at some angular velocity omega, what will the velocity of this point? It will be omega into x, right? This will be the value of omega. This will be having the value of omega into x because we know v is equal to r omega. We already know, we have studied in circular motion, v is equal to r omega. So at a distance x from the center, the velocity will be omega into x, right? So the value of d is b dx omega x. Okay, this is the small EMF induced. So I'll write it like this: b omega x dx. Okay, this will be the value of EMF induced d. Okay. Now, if we have to calculate the complete EMF induced, what will you do? We'll integrate this d. So the EMF induced E will be integration of d, which will be equal to integration of b omega x dx. Right. This will be the complete. This will be the whole EMF induced in the rod. Okay. So what should be the limit of x? X should be varied from 0 to L. Okay, from 0 to this point L. Right. So if we have to calculate, if we have to say the value, what will we write? The value of x will vary from 0 to L, right? So now we can say that the EMF induced is equal to b omega x dx integration 0 to L. So we can write b omega, we can take b omega outside the integration sign, and the integration of x will be x square by 2, right? Now we have to put the value 0 to L. Okay, so here the EMF induced will be equal to how much, students? Tell me. The EMF induced E will be equal to b omega L square over 2. Okay, if a rod is rotating, if a rod is rotating in a magnetic field, okay, about some point, we'll say that this will be the EMF induced here. But my point, all of you, this will be the value of induced EMF. Okay, can you tell me which will be the positive terminal and which will be the negative terminal, student? This will be the positive terminal and this will be the negative terminal, because
Yes, sir.
velocity is in this direction, right?
Yes, sir.
And the value of V cross B will be upwards, sorry, downwards. So this positive charge will accumulate here, negative charge will accumulate here. So this will be the positive terminal, this will be the negative terminal, right? This will be the positive terminal and this will be the negative terminal of the EMF induced. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so now I am giving you a problem here, students. Like, let us say we are having a circle like this. Okay, okay, this we are having a circle like this actually. Okay, and we are having a rod. This is a rod. This is the rod which we are having, and I am saying that this rod is rotating with some angular velocity omega. Okay, this rod is rotating with some angular velocity omega, and like we have to calculate the EMF induced. Okay, the length of this rod is 10 meters. Magnetic field is here in this region, uh, inside the plane of paper. Okay, magnetic field is inside the plane of paper. The value of magnetic field is 2 Tesla. Okay, the value of omega also I can give you. It will be 5 radians per second. The value of omega is 5 radians per second. I have given you the magnetic field, and this is 10 meters. This is E. Okay, now tell me what will be the EMF induced. We have to calculate that. Do it fast. See here, students. Length of this rod is how much? It is 10 meters, right? The length of this rod is 10 meters. So we have already seen the formula. What is it? We have studied the formula. EMF induced is equal to how much? B omega square L by 2. Okay. But in that case, what was the length? It was from here to here. Okay. The length was from here to here. So what will be this length in this case? It will be 5 meters. So here we have to use L as 5 meters. So the EMF induced will be equal to B is 2, omega square is 5 square 25. L will be, sorry, B omega square L, no, this is not the formula. B omega L square by 2, it will be the formula, right? So we can write it here, 2 into 5 into the value of L square will be 5 square will be 25. divided by 2. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled out. What will the value, students? Tell me. The EMF induced will be 125. Okay, this will be the value. But you know, when we are talking about the induced EMF, what can we say? That EMF induced between this point and this point will be, this will be the positive terminal, like I will say that this will be the positive terminal like this. Okay, and this will be the negative terminal, right? Can we say this? V cross B, sorry, upper terminal will be positive now. Okay, we can say that upper terminal because it is rotating in this way. So what can we say? If V is the velocity this side, if V is the velocity V cross B, V cross will be downwards. Yes, we were absolutely correct. This will be the positive terminal, right? And this will be the negative terminal. And again, if we are talking about this, like this rod, again, this will be the positive terminal. Okay, and this will be the negative terminal. So the EMF induced, let me say that this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. So the EMF induced between A and B, it will be 125 volts, and the EMF induced between B and C, it will also be 125 volts. Okay, but EMF induced between A and B, it will be zero. Why? Because from A to B, you will jump, you will say that okay, 125 volts. Again, again the potential will decrease because this is also 125 volts, this is also 125 volts. So now we can say that EMF between A and B, potential difference between A and C is zero, but between A and B it is 125, and between C and B also it is 125. Got my point, students, or not? Tell me. Okay. Okay, students. Okay. No, Prasil, I cannot hear you actually. Yeah. Okay. So now, students, we are doing something like you see here, like I am saying that this is one setup actually which I am using right now. Okay, this is a setup. Okay, and what I am saying that we are having a rod here, students. See, we are having a rod here. Okay, so now let us say that we are having a rod and this rod is moving with some velocity v. Okay, what is happening here, student? This rod is moving with some velocity v. Okay, and also we are having a magnetic field b inside the plane of paper. Okay, and this is a complete circuit. Okay, this is a complete circuit. This rod is having some length L. Okay, and this rod is also having resistance R. Okay, so can you tell me if this rod is moving with some velocity v? I'll tell you that I must say that this rod will be having some resistance R. So this rod will induce the EMF, and what will be the value of that EMF? It will be B into L into V, right? B is the magnetic field, L is the length, and V is the velocity. So BVL is the EMF induced. So now I can say that there will be some current I in this circuit which will be equal to what? It will be equal to E upon R, right? So the value of current will be BVL divided by R. This will be the value of current, students, in this rod. Now, as we have already studied about this, that if a current carrying conductor moves in a magnetic field, it experiences a force, right, which is equal to how much? The force is equal to F ILB, right? The value of force is equal to ILB, where I is the current in this rod. So, if this is moving with some velocity V, if this rod is moving with some velocity v and an EMF induced into this rod, then I'll say that EMF induced in this rod, due to that EMF current will start flowing in the rod. Okay, the current will start flowing in the rod. So due to the flow of current, we can say that this rod will be experiencing a force. Okay, what will be the value of force now? Like say this will be like if V cross B will be in this direction. So I'll say that the EMF induced here will be like this. Okay, this will be the positive. This will be the positive terminal, right? And this will be the negative terminal. This will be the positive, and this will be the negative terminal. So the current will flow in this direction, right? So the value of I L cross B, L cross B, L is upward and L cross B. So the force acting on this rod will be in this direction, right? This will be the direction of force. You can calculate it by using cross product rule. F is actually here F is equal to I into L cross B because current is a scalar quantity we know, right? So I into L cross B is the force. Okay. So you see, if we are giving this rod a velocity v, so there will also be a force acting on this rod. Okay, there will be a force acting on this rod. So to to calculate the value of f, we have done this. We have said that the value of force is I into L into B. This is the value of force acting on this rod. So if we have to move this rod on the rails on these rails, if we have to move the rod, we have to apply some external force. Okay, and if we are applying some external force, definitely some work will be done, right? If we are applying some external force to move this rod, some work will be done, right? And where does that work? So what we say that if there will be some work done, what will the value of work done? I'll tell you that power, there will be some power developed into this rod. Okay, and that power gets dissipated. Okay, that power gets dissipated to the surrounding. I'll show you how it is, how it does. Like F is equal to I into L into V. I have to keep the value of I here, right? See what will the value of F? The value of force here will be equal to BVL over R into L into B, right? So L into B. Okay. So the value of force will be now B square L square V divided by R. This will be the value of force. Okay. This will be the value of force acting on this rod. Okay. Now, this will be the value of force again. Uh, Power dissipated will be what, students? What will be the power dissipated? Can you tell me? We know power dissipated is equal to force into velocity. We already know the formula for power from our previous classes. It is F into V. So this is F. We'll multiply a V. So we'll get power dissipated will be equal to how much? Tell me. The value of power developed will be, power dissipated will be B square L square V square divided by. Okay, this is the value of power dissipated. Got my point, all of you students? Okay,